Oh, my head. Hello, sweet friends. Welcome in to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Here, the home of the champions of Europe. Chelsea are kings of the world. Yes, like many of you, I stayed up all night, mostly drunk, looking at social media, all of the Chelsea players, the feel-good stories from the new signings to the academy boys, just absolutely incredible scenes, to Mason Mount doing the Didier Drogba with big ears, just the narrative pulsating throughout the Chelsea ether is just so incredible. Chelsea have won the Champions League again, multiple times winners. All this season upcoming, Chelsea fans back in the stadium can sing to the opposition London rivals. Not only we're the only team in London with a European Cup, but we can sing, we've won it 2 times, we've won it 2 times, champions of Europe, you know the rest. And also, we know what we are, champions of Europe, we know who we are. Incredible. Today is a Chelsea news video. Well, really, I'm just be talking about one story, and that's Thomas Tuchel basically got a new contract, 2-year deal with a 3rd-year extension. I want to go through that a little bit, cite an article from The Guardian, and talk about where we go from here. Just incredible scenes, man. I mean, a lot of you may have seen my match review yesterday, straight after the game. I ran back to my flat and filmed a reaction video. It's my last upload. It was a bit emotional and inebriated as well. I'm gonna be real, I'm surprised how that video is still monetized with the language and the whiskey. Anyway, I'll urge you all to subscribe because we're 119,000, I think we're about to hit 120,000. You could be the difference maker, friends. Jump on for another season here on Football Therapy. Come along for the ride, hit the bell notifications icon as well, that's important. Drop a like if you're happy Chelsea are champions of Europe, and I'm going to get into it. Just please, let me say, because I'm going to be following the Euros throughout the summer with just a relaxed demeanour now the Chelsea season's finished, please do check out Football Yannick, my sister channel, where I do daily content as well. And if you're looking for football content throughout the summer, you can get it on Football Yannick, link in the description. Alright then, let's get into today's story. So of course, Chelsea have done it. 1-0 against Manchester City in Porto. We had a much better XG than City, I think we're like 3 times as much. Deserved winners, of course. A rearguard defence action in the second half, but that's how you win finals. And we had plenty of chances ourselves. Probably should have scored 2 or 3 goals. Man City were contained. Pep Guardiola did one of his funnies in terms of not playing a CDM and bringing him on later. Chelsea deserved winners. Thomas Tuchel's only been in the job for 4 months and his project's barely even begun. But he's done something special in southwest London. And it's incredible, and we all thought he'd get a new contract, and we're hoping for new contracts for other heroes of the story, such as Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger, and you can expect those contracts will follow. In terms of Thomas Tuchel, he's only got 12 months left on his current deal, and he was concerned about the short-term 18-month length deal he got originally, but he says, look, if I do a good job, then they'll give me another contract. Dude got top 4 and he's won the ruddy Champions League. He's won the Champions League. You know, it was literally impossible for him to win the Premier League when he came in. So he's won the Champions League. I'm going to be in disbelief for a while. I was elated and emotional yesterday. I'm hungover and in disbelief today. And I'm going to be riding the crest of this Chelsea wave for a long, long time. Oh yes. Anyway, let's talk about some positive contract news then and cite this Guardian article to give you a little bit more context of this story. Thomas Tuchel is getting close to signing a new contract after leading Chelsea to European glory with a classy victory over Manchester City in the Champions League final at the Estadio do Dragão on Saturday. Dragão. Anyway, I also want to mention at this point as well, it was a classy victory over the champions of England. But Chelsea had a really difficult run. They absolutely saw Sevilla off in the group stage, a 4-0 away win, incredible. And we faced Atletico Madrid, the champions of La Liga in Spain, Real Madrid, the most illustrious and big club in this competition, and then Manchester City, the champions of England. We had a difficult run. I want to get that in. I'm not sure I spoke about that in my match review. Very, very important. Massive props. Let's read on. Chelsea plan to reward Tuchel by handing him an extension to 2023 with the option of a further year, after a fine goal from Kai Havertz dashed City's hopes of winning the Champions League for the first time. The Premier League champions struggled to respond after Kai Havertz opened the scoring just before halftime, and it ended up in a night of regrets for Pep Guardiola, who has left to rue his lineup tactics. Yeah, it's a bit of a meme really, him like doing something peculiar in a final or a big game in Europe. It's just, yeah, he's got form for that. Anyway, let's read on. Tuchel won the strategic battle with Guardiola, and the German's contract, which runs into next summer, will be extended. The Chelsea manager, who spoke to the club's owner, Roman Abramovich, on pitch at full-time, was given an initial 18-month deal when he replaced Frank Lampard at Stamford Bridge in January, and he wants to commit his future to the club. Yeah, that was lovely seeing him and Roman Abramovich speaking on the pitch. Of course, we saw Roman in the stands with his family. He was very, very happy, and he was going down to meet Tuchel. I think Roman knows that managers come and go so much. He doesn't like getting emotionally attached. I think he did have a bit of emotion with Frank Lampard, hence making the statement about him for the first time coming from Roman ever. But what a good time to meet your new coach. Like, you've won the Champions League, mate. Or well done, we'll sort you out something from here. Do you know what I mean? Lovely scenes. Let's read the quote from Tuchel now. "I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe I already have a new contract now," Tuchel said. "My manager said something about it. Let's check this first. I spoke to the owner right now on the pitch. It was the best moment for the first meeting. It can only get worse. We will speak tomorrow. We will speak later. I will stay hungry for the next title. My desire is for more victories and to grow as a coach. It would be nice to meet him a bit closer. We are in contact. For now, it's nice to meet him." I like that, man. Tuchel is out here for blood. He's like, yes, the Champions League, but we keep going. The show keeps going. He's out here for blood. More trophies. He wants a Premier League. He sniffs it in the water. He knows he's got the backing of the club and the owner after meeting him. He knows he's got a very good, talented young squad with its flaws. We all know that, especially going through football therapy together this season. This Chelsea side have a lot of flaws, but they have spirit and they have something special. And the beating heart of Chelsea of old, or recent old, is within this team after all. They've won the Champions League, and Roman is going to back Thomas Tuchel. Now, of course, it makes perfect sense at this point you give him a new contract rather than running it down into his 12 months, because if he, for some reason, you know, whatever, gets an opportunity to go to Bayern Munich and has some sort of whatever, gets lured away, you want to lock down your manager into a contract. But also, you want to reward him. He's been exceptional, so I imagine he'll get a pay rise. You know, you've won the Champions League, you've immediately raised the profile of Chelsea Football Club. You know, we've just doubled our European profile in a half a season's campaign. Yes, of course, Frank Lampard had an immaculate group stage. Tuchel's right to, you know, say that as well. I don't want to like just pretend that he's done it all himself, although he's done most of it himself in terms of the big, difficult games, because he's the one who instilled this new defensive mentality that, you know, we can beat big teams. And we've absolutely beaten so many big teams under Thomas Tuchel. He's beaten Pep Guardiola 3 times in a row. I think he's the first coach to do that ever, which is insane. It's just incredible. I'm still in awe, man. I'm trying to be professional in this video and talk and like, you know, like navigate my way through it in the usual format. But after yesterday's emotional video and just still in disbelief about the Champions League, it's difficult. Anyway, so he'll get a 2-year deal with a pay rise and an option for a 3rd. I don't know if that's triggered by either him or the club. I imagine it's the club, if they're happy with him, they trigger a 3rd. I think that's like a, it's what they had with Frank Lampard, I think, to offer security. It's in, they're like, look, we're not going to give you a Graham Potter 7-year deal because we just don't function like that. This is Chelsea football, you know, club. We don't work like that. We'll give you a 2-year deal, and if you've done well, we'll just instantaneously trigger the 3rd year. And you know, that's a pretty normal-ish contract, a 3-year deal, especially for Chelsea Football Club. They did the same thing with Frank Lampard. He had a 2+1, and if they didn't sack him for the final 6 months, I think they did have plans for maybe not triggering the 3rd year. So when they sacked Frank Lampard, they were actually only paying him 6 months, like severance pay or whatever, so it cost them absolutely nothing. And he was on really low wages anyway, Frank Lampard, as a rookie coach. So they'll do the same thing with Tuchel, 2 years +1. He'll be happy because he'll get a pay rise. It will show that he's doing something right, and that will mean a lot to Thomas Tuchel. And he'll get financial backing in the summer, because not only have Chelsea secured Champions League football and for the campaign money next season, they are the champions of Europe. So therefore their branding has just gone up, their profile's just gone up, their attraction to superstar players has just gone up. Suddenly all these targets we're talking about, you know, Haaland, whatever, Kane, not that they'd come, or Lukaku. We're not just Chelsea playing in the Champions League next season. Do you want to join the champions of Europe? Think about that for a second. Absolutely insane and incredible. So well done, Thomas Tuchel. Well done to everyone at Chelsea, the staff, the players, absolutely everyone. It's a lovely, lovely time. Like I said, I'm going to be riding the crest of this wave for a while. Keep it locked to Football Therapy for hopefully daily content. I'm going to be watching the news stories throughout the summer, and you can keep up to date with all the news stories regarding contracts and transfers and player stories. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell notifications icon turned on, and for non-Chelsea stuff, as in like transfers in world football that's not Chelsea, or indeed stuff in the Euros, go and subscribe to Football Yannick, and you can do that by hitting the bell, hitting the link in the description. I'm malfunctioning now, so I'm going to end the video. Champions of Europe, we've won it 2 times. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.